Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome to your chemistry class of Standard 10. I am your Lipamis, lecturer of Chemistry, Square High School and College. Today, I will discuss about exercise of chapter 9. At first, there are given MCQ questions. So, follow the question. Which of the following compounds will be produced when sulfuric acid is added to limestone? You know that limestone means calcium carbonate. So if sulfuric acid reacts with calcium carbonate, so there will produce carbon dioxide gas. Which of the following is a base? Soft drinks, you know that soft drinks is carbonic acid. Lemon juice contains citric acid. Vinegar contains acetic acid. And washing soda, sodium carbonate with 10 molecules water. So here washing soda is a base. In the presence of which of the following aqueous solutions does ammonia gas becomes alkaline? So aqueous solution of ammonia gas actually ammonium hydroxide solution, and you know that it becomes alkaline for the presence of hydroxyl ion. Now the 4 number question is the reaction between nitric acid and an unknown metal produce a colorless solution. Nitric acid and unknown metal. So if they react, they will produce what? Metal nitrate plus hydrogen. When we add sodium hydroxide to the solution, that means sodium hydroxide is added with the metal nitrate, it produces a white precipitate. So white precipitate forms for what? Zinc ion, aluminium ion, calcium ion, isn't it? However, excess amount of sodium hydroxide dissolves that also. But in these three ions, only zinc hydroxide precipitate will dissolve if we add excess amount of sodium hydroxide. So the metal is zinc. Copper is not, because copper form light blue color precipitation. Iron is reddish brown or green color precipitation. Lead is also form yellow color precipitation. So here answer will be zinc. pH of ethanoic acid is 4. To increase the pH, we need to add ethanoic acid is 4. So to increase the pH, we have to add what? Basic substance, isn't it? So ammonia solution, you know that this is a basic substance. Concentrated hydrochloric acid, it will not be answer. Solid magnesium carbonate, you know that magnesium carbonate is a not directly base, it is actually a salt, but it forms from what? Carbonic acid and magnesium hydroxide. So magnesium hydroxide is a strong base, so magnesium carbonate is actually basic in nature. So to increase the pH level, we should add ammonia solution, which is basic in nature, and solid magnesium carbonate, which is also basic in nature. So answer will be 1 and 3. Which of the following makes the lime water turbid? Lime water means calcium hydroxide. So you know that this is actually lime water test of carbon dioxide gas, and you know that if we pass carbon dioxide through the lime water, then it will make turbid, because there is produced calcium carbonate, which is insoluble in water. So here answer will be carbon dioxide gas. Now my dear students, we will discuss about the creative questions. What is the color of nitrogen dioxide gas? It's actually brown color. Explain whether the pH of lime water will be greater or less than 7. Here you have to write like this way. We know that acid contains the pH range 0 to 6.9 and base contains 7.1 to 14, and 7 is actually neutral pH value. So here lime water, that is calcium hydroxide, this is basic substance, and we know that basic substance pH level is obviously greater than 7. Like this you have to explain. Explain a chemical property of the aqueous solution of X gas. Follow here, this is ammonium chloride and calcium oxide. So when they react, they will produce ammonia gas, calcium chloride, water. You have known about these reactions. Ammonium salt, when reacts with base, there is produced ammonia gas, calcium chloride and water. So here this gas, calcium chloride and water, these are solution, and ammonia is gaseous substance. For this ammonia gas is passes through this derivative and deposit here. So this X is actually ammonia gas. Explain a chemical property of aqueous solution of gas X. So aqueous solution of ammonia gas is ammonium hydroxide, and ammonium hydroxide is a basic in nature, so you can easily explain a chemical property. That means ammonium hydroxide reacts with acid and produce what? Ammonium salt and water. Like this way you can explain any one of the chemical property of alkaline solution. Now D number question is what? What will happen if X gas is passed through HCl gas? It's very easy answer, because there will be neutralization reaction will occur, isn't it? X gas is basic in nature, and when it passed through hydrogen chloride gas, this is acidic in hydrogen chloride gas, then there is produced what? Ammonium chloride. So write the answer with an equation. So ammonia plus hydrochloric acid, hydrogen chloride gas is equal to ammonium chloride. Now follow the next question. The effluents produced from textile and dyeing industries contain paint and sulfuric acid are dumped in nearby water reservoirs. As a result, those reservoirs become unfit for aquatic life. Which acid is found in tamarind? Tartaric acid. Write down your opinion about the pH of the water reservoir of the stem. Follow here, the water reservoir contains of waste substance, sulfuric acid and different dyeing industries, isn't it? So sulfuric acid, its pH containing obviously below 7. So here you have to, showing this logic, you have to say the pH of water reservoir of the stem must be below 7. Give a logical advice to control acid pollution by effluent treatment plants in textile and dyeing industry. That means effluent treatment plants how actually control the exhausted or pollutants acid. So here actually we have seen, and they contain sulfuric acid. So here actually the acidic substance which are exhausted or exerted as acid pollutants from the dyeing industries, we have to not we should not actually directly disposal to the nature, or we should not drainage this directly to the nature. We can how can we control it? We can use this acidic substance in different purposes, such as in many industries where these acids are used as raw materials to produce their products. So in those industries, we can easily separate this acid from their mixture and collect this, and then we can supply as raw materials of those industries. And also sometimes to get the optimum products, we have to use this acidic solution. So in those cases, we can, if it possible, then we should plant those industries on this beside of this dyeing industries, like this way. That means we have to use this. These are not actually garbage. This is the chemical substance, and it is very useful chemical substance, and they are also used in different purposes. So we have to use this wastage of dyeing industries for the fulfilling the other purposes. We have to collect this, not we have to drainage, or we have to exhaust it to the nature directly. Analyze the probability of acid rain in the nearby places of textile and dyeing industries along with reaction. Very good. You know that acid rain occurs for the presence of nitrogen dioxide gas or sulfur dioxide gas in atmosphere, isn't it? So in that textile or dyeing industries area, there is present sulfur dioxide gas. So when it reacts with atmospheric oxygen, then there is produced sulfur dioxide gas, and water vapor reacts with water vapor, there is produced sulfuric acid gas. So when and the rain comes down in that area. In that time, sulfuric acid mixed with rainwater and comes down as a acid rain. So there is actually probability acid rain in the nearby places of textile and dyeing industries, and you have to give here equation. So my dear students, like this way, if you understand the concept clearly, then you can easily give answer of this type of question. So today after this, and today actually chapter 9 is completed, and after that you will try to stay safe and follow the health rules and to be conscious. Okay, goodbye.